Hi, Wisdom. My name is Jordan, and as a club kid who represents Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Washington, and as a teen who was impacted at the club, why is it important for you to visit a DC, Washington, DC Boys and Girls Club, and what was it about DC and its team that led you to want to become an owner?
Wow. Well, first things first. I grew up in Boys and Girls Club back in Lansing, Michigan. Only probably reason I made it to the NBA. You know, I had a place I could go play, practice, play pickup games.
Right.
Really just hone my skills. I tell you, I was there every day playing. Matter of fact, they had to kick me out.
Wow.
I was there so much, and then I got my first job working at a rodeo with the Boys and Girls Club, making some money. I learned how to play pool. I learned how to read better there. So all the things, and socialize with my friends. And so it was a place, a safe haven for the whole community, and especially the black community, because that's where it was located. And so I think that this is a natural for me to be here, be back here, and to try to impact young people and tell them my story and my journey. And all of this didn't happen overnight, but a lot of people had hands in me getting to this point in my life and becoming a Commanders owner. To answer that question, Josh Harris deserves probably all the credit. And you know, when Josh put a team together, he called me and wanted me to be a part of the team. Thought I could bring some added value to not only the ownership group, but also to the community. And with me owning already, part owner of the Dodgers, the Sparks, LAFC, so I've had my hands in sports teams, so I know you know, everything about a sports team. And so this was the perfect market for all of us. Nobody is a bigger, let me go back first, Washington Redskins fan than Josh Harris. I mean, him and Mitch, they all grew up Redskin fans, right? And so now the name has changed to the Commanders. They're in heaven to own this team, but they're going to make a difference to all of us. And I talked to the players yesterday about their own commitment to each other and what it takes to win. I'm not talking winning on the football field, because I can't tell them how to do that, but I can tell them how to win. And so we had a great conversation. So, you know, I told them when I had the press conference I wanted to be in the community. And so today is the start of that. And I wanted to make an impact and make a difference. And that's why I told you when you graduate next year that I'm going to give you a scholarship. And I told you that before we even, all this press doesn't matter. I'm going to impact your life like somebody impacted my life. So that's what it's all about. All right.
All right, so listen,
Thank you.
you just listed a lot of accomplishments, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the things that you've done on the courts, in business, and yet you said that this, being part of this group, might be the most important thing you've ever done in your life. Why?
Because it's the NFL. You know, there's no higher, bigger sports league than the NFL. And it's been hard for us to get into the league. So give Commissioner Roger Goodell a lot of credit. And the group that bought the Denver Broncos, which we went after, Josh and I, they had 3 minorities involved, and now the Commanders have one. So it's important because now all African Americans and minorities in this country feel like they're owners of this team too, because I'm sitting in this position. Mm-hmm. And so I can't wait. I couldn't wait to get to the players. I couldn't wait to watch them practice yesterday. What a great group in terms of players and the questions that they had for me. And then what a great ownership group, because we all have different skill sets that we bring to the table. But the number one goal for all of us, we want to win. Mm-hmm. And already give Josh a lot of credit. He's put a lot of millions already into the team that you haven't seen. And the players are ecstatic. And so that's what it's all about, you know, great leadership, and it trickles down to everybody.
Magic, to your point of
building a winner. You've been a winner your entire career. Over the past month, couple of weeks, what makes you believe you can turn this franchise, turn this franchise into a consistent winner?
Well, because we have already great young players, and when you have great young talent, you know, that's what makes you feel that you could turn it around. We've been a top 10 defense already. I mean, so we've proven that we can play on that side of the ball. I think Eric coming over has really expanded the offense, and he's a Super Bowl champion. So you could tell in the exhibition our offense is deadly. It's going to be great. I'm having fun because these young men want to win, and you know what they want? This is crazy, and I'm glad you guys are here. They wanted a home field advantage, and finally the stadium's going to be sold out. And so that makes you play better. So thank you to all the fans that's going to come out, not only this Sunday, but all the Sundays, because those young men going to be fired up to see the stadium packed and cheering for them and not for the other teams.
There was a great scene. There's a great scene yesterday where you're talking to the DBs. Emmanuel Forbes afterwards said, 6'9" point guard. I don't get it. Right? I don't get it. What was your message to that?
Well, you know, they had a lot of different great questions, and my message was, you know, preparation, 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 and then discipline, 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 and then execution, execution, execution. And last but not least, they have to police themselves. They must demand a lot of themselves and have goals as team, and then go out after those goals, right? What's going to be our DNA, right, of this team, you know? And so, and then you hang your hat on that. Every Sunday, you got to hang your hat on, this is who we are, this is how we're going to play. And so it was wonderful. It was a great, again, team meeting. Now, that was after the team meeting that the DBs came up, and they had so many different questions. First, they was, yes, they looked up, because a lot of them play basketball, so they were like, you a point guard? So we laughed about that, and, you know, we talked about different things within defense win championships, da-da-da-da-da-da. And so, and a couple of them said, well, I think I can play in the NBA. I said, well, the difference is, we played 4 games in 5 nights in 4 different cities. Can you handle that in 82 games? And so, can you handle that? You sure now? And then they started laughing.
Ron said yesterday that you talked about the characteristics of a champion. Yeah. What are some of those characteristics?
Well, I think that you got to show up early and film work, film work, film work. Be disciplined enough to put that time in. Also, film work to see where you're weak at so you can improve upon your weaknesses. And when you think about every day I show up to practice, I'm coming to improve, to get better. And then last but not least, be honest with yourself. When you miss an assignment or something, you say, okay, and somebody's telling you, hey, you missed that. You got to take that criticism from your teammate and not take it bad. Just take it and say, okay, I'm going to make sure next time it doesn't happen. I told him Michael Cooper used to stay all on me. He was the defensive guy. When I missed a defensive assignment, oh my goodness, he was on top of me. But I took it the right way, and then I made sure it didn't happen again. Championships teams, you have to, again, commit to each other, police each other. What are we trying to do? We have to do it together. We have to have one common goal. This is not individual goals. You have to have a team goal. And I think they're ready, you know, and so I can't wait till Sunday.
Magic.
Have you thought about
Representation.
what Sunday's going to mean to you?
Let me go to him.
Sorry about
then.
that.
Go ahead.
No, representation, you talked about that with these kids, right? How important it is for them to see someone that looks like them be a part of this ownership group, and for this to be Chocolate City as well, DC, right? How important is that to you, and why is that so important?
Well, it's important to me, you know, but it was more important to Josh Harris, you know, so give him credit, and important to Commissioner Roger Goodell, too. So I think that the NFL is better because I'm standing here. I think that this ownership group is better because I'm standing here. But we have a great leader in Josh who believes that too. But I love Josh. him, Mitchell, I mean, all of them, everybody's really committed. Things that the players wanted, we've already done. It's amazing, the list that they had, bam, we jumped on it. So give Josh a lot of credit. He's already improved a lot of things that the players wanted. And so that's what it's all about. So I know what I stand for, who I am, and I know that there's a lot of minorities standing on my shoulders. I get that. And so, but I got broad shoulders. That's why I'm 6'9". I can handle that. And but today was the most amazing day because this is what I love doing. So now that young kid will have a bank account, and he'll start understanding finance. You'll start understanding, oh wow, I can't touch that. I gotta save, I gotta do things. See, that's what happened to me. Somebody taught me that early on, and now that's why I'm so good at numbers. That's why, I can do what I do. This young man, he told me he wanted to be in telecommunications when he go to college. So when he told me that, that's what I majored in at Michigan State. So I told him when he graduates next year, he called me. I got a lot of people on scholarship right now that I pay for their scholarship who look like me. And it's important that he gets his opportunity to be one of you guys, and so I'm gonna help him achieve that goal. That's what I'm put on this earth to do. I can't be blessed, I can't get blessed without being a blessing to others. And that's what I'm going to be.
Magic, have you thought about what Sunday will mean to you? And in terms of the anticipation for this, how does it compare to other big sporting events in your past?
It hasn't. I mean, it probably the World Series when we won, but I would say this, it's going to be emotional. My wife is coming in, and for her and I, we go to a lot of games. I mean, we are a sports family, right? So we're both, we sit there, Cookie and I, say, we never thought this day would happen, that I would be an NFL owner and she would be an NFL owner, And we love, thank God I married somebody who loves sports like I do. She used to be a cheerleader, the whole thing. So it'll be an emotional moment. It'll be a great moment. And then when that kickoff happens, I'm gonna be ready for the Commanders to kick some what. There you go. That's what I'm looking forward to. So we got to go win. Win solves everything, right? And that's what it's all about. All right, last one, and then I got to go.
Any questions from the players yesterday really stick out to you? Any ones that really made you think about it a bit?
All of them. There's not one question from any one player. All of them had great questions. We got a smart team. They had smart questions. They really want to win. They want to hear what I had to say in terms of that. How did I approach the game? How did I prepare for the game? What drove me? And I kept telling them I've never been satisfied. I'm a guy who wants more. I've always wanted more. I have 14 World Championship rings. And I want a Super Bowl ring, right? And so how can I help them achieve that? Now, this is what we told them, and this is what I told them, and I'm gonna go. I said, you don't have to worry about no problems from this ownership group. You just have to concentrate on Sundays, playing football. You ain't gonna read no headlines. You're not gonna have to worry about nothing, no questions from you guys about stuff off the field. Your job is just to concentrate on doing your job and having fun every Sunday, every Thursday, or every Monday. That's it. And that's exactly what I told them.